I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by the Oliver Buckley Prize winner, Eli Yablonovitch. Well, Eli, first of all, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and a huge congratulations on winning the award.
Thank you. I'm greatly honored.
Now, it must have been really exciting to win the award.
Yes, it's very exciting, and it means recognition from my colleagues that all that work, all those years, was actually something that they appreciate.
Now, let's talk about all that work over all those years. What do you think out of your work really caught the judge's eye?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the photonic crystal. The idea that you could have a band structure for photons just like you do for electrons. That is an idea that actually first came from Lord Rayleigh, but he did it in one dimension 100 years prior to my work, and for that 100 years, nobody thought of applying the same idea that Rayleigh had, but applying it in 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. And I think that's rather surprising.
What else do you think they saw of yours?
Well, my contributions to solar cells, to photovoltaics. I introduced something called the 4n squared factor that's used in virtually all solar panels worldwide. So I'm very proud of that. The people go by on the train, they see a big field of solar panels. It's right there.
And a lot of that work sounds quite practical to me, because sometimes physics is clearly very theoretical.
Right. My work tends to be on the practical. I like to do something fundamental that turns out to be useful to humanity. And without the useful to humanity, I wouldn't be motivated. And so I've been very fortunate. But sometimes you discover something that's just intellectually beautiful, and it has some applications, but it's just overwhelmed by the intellectual beauty.
What drew you to the work on solar cells?
Well, the solar cells, that was one of the more practical things. I looked at it, and it seemed like not all the scientific opportunities had been implemented. Some things were left out, and the performance was not very high. When I started, they said the theoretical limit of solar cells was 17%, and now we just broke a record, 28.8%. So I do love to prove others wrong.
Well, final question is, a lot of it is a great conference, and a lot of young people come to the conference. It's really important, isn't it, to inspire the younger generation?
Yes, we have to inspire them, but society also has to support them. One of the things I said in my acceptance speech last night, they said, well, who do you thank? Well, I thank society, because they invested a huge amount in me as a young man, literally $1 million just to get my PhD, and then continuing over literally decades afterward, supported by society to do unfettered research, to do what I wanted. And we need to support the young people so they have that same opportunity that I had.
Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and again, many congratulations. Thank you.